Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny, and now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge, not wholly or in full measure, but very substantially. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom.
भूला जिसे तुझको वो याद करता रहा, तू जीता रहा, तेरे लिए वो मरता रहा, तेरी दर्द की आहट सुनी, लो आ गया सब छोड़ के तेरी राह में, लेकर खुशी वो है खड़ा हर मोड़ पे, सब छोड़ के तेरी फिक्र में गुजरता रहा लम्हा दर लम्हा, तेरे साथ दुनिया थी वो राह तन्हा का तन्हा, आंसू मिले देखा था जो पल को भी निचोड़ के तेरी राह में, लेकर खुशी वो है खड़ा हर मोड़ पे, सब छोड़ के वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, मातरम, वंदे मातरम। तू भूला जिसे तुझको वो याद करता रहा।
In this world of big names, our true heroes often tend to be anonymous. Their names disappear in the pages of history, and their contributions once again remains a secret to many.
Our independence was hard fought. The Britishers ruled over us for a very long time. But dating back to that era, we find that there were many freedom fighters who stood up and fought selflessly to witness an independent India. One such example of an uncelebrated Indian revolutionary was Matangini Hazra, better known as Gandhi Buri or the Lady Mahatma Gandhi. Devi Matangini was an ardent believer of Gandhian policies and actively participated in the Indian independence movement. She was born in the small village of Hogla near Tamluk, West Bengal in 1869. She never received any formal education and got married at the age of 8 to a 40-year-old man. In 1882, she was arrested for participating in the civil disobedience movement and breaking the salt law. After her prompt release, she became an active member of the Indian National Congress and took to spinning her own khadi. Even after being injured a number of times in the baton charges ensued by the police, Devi Matangini enthusiastically played a colossal role in the Quit India movement. Hazra, who was 72 years old at that time, led a procession of thousands of women volunteers taking over the Tamluk police station. Even after the firing commenced, she continued to advance with the tricolour, leaving all the volunteers behind. She was shot thrice by the police, but even her wounds didn't stop her from marching forward. She died chanting Vande Mataram, holding the prestigious tricolour in her hands. In the independent India, numerous schools, colonies and streets were named after Hazra. The first statue of a woman put up in Kolkata was that of Devi Matangini at the same spot where she was killed. She continued the legacy of women enlightenment and empowerment that she later bequeathed to the country and West Bengal especially.
कहते हैं ना, तूफान बिहार जाते हैं जब कश्ती जिद पर आती है। मैं इस पंक्ति के लेखक से तो अवगत नहीं, पर आपको ऐसी ही एक कश्ती से जरूर अवगत कराना चाहूंगी, श्री राजकुमार शुक्ला नामक कश्ती। नमस्कार, मेरा नाम वैष्णवी साजवान है और मैं दिल्ली पब्लिक स्कूल की 12वीं कक्षा की छात्रा हूँ। राजकुमार शुक्ला नाम तो सुना ही होगा, और अगर नहीं सुना तो ये बड़े बड़े देशों में होने वाली कोई छोटी छोटी बात नहीं है। इन्होंने काफी महत्वपूर्ण योगदान दिया था गांधी जी द्वारा आयोजित चंपारण के सत्याग्रह में। चलिए जानते हैं कि ये गांधी जी से कैसे मिले। 1916 के दिसंबर में इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस के एक सम्मेलन में गांधी जी से इनकी मुलाकात हुई। इन्होंने गांधी जी को अपना नाम बताया और कहा कि मैं चंपारण में रहता हूं और चाहूंगा कि आप मेरे गांव में आए। गांधी जी ने इस जगह का नाम ही नहीं सुना था। उन्होंने यह कहकर टाल दिया कि मुझे देश के बाकी हिस्सों में भी सम्मेलन के लिए जाना है, पर शुक्ला जी ने भी ऐसे ही उनका पीछा नहीं छोड़ा और वह उनके साथ वहां भी गए। इसके बाद गांधी जी आश्रम लौट आए और कई हफ्ते वहां रहे और शुक्ला जी भी उनके साथ कई हफ्ते वहां रहे और तब तक वहां से प्रस्थान नहीं किया जब तक गांधी जी ने किसी तिथि का निर्णय न कर लिया हो। अब गांधी जी को तो तिथि का निर्णय करना ही था, क्योंकि कहते हैं ना, जब तुम किसी चीज को दिल से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात तुम्हें उससे मिलाने की कोशिश करती है, और इनके इस दृढ़ निश्चय ने तो ऐसा करना ही था। फिर उसके बाद की जो कथा है, यह तो हमारे इतिहास में स्वर्ण अक्षरों से लिखी जाती है कि कैसे गांधी जी ने वहां शासक करने वाले किराएदार और अंग्रेजों को, जो ये समझते थे कि रिश्तों में तो हम तुम्हारे बाप लगते हैं और नाम है शहंशाह, उन्हें यह बताया कि भले ही उनके पास गाड़ी है, पैसा है, बंगला है, पर हमारे पास माँ है, भारत माँ, और उनका आशीर्वाद। जय हिंद दोस्तों।
वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तो, वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तो, वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तो, मैं जहाँ रहूँ जहाँ में याद रहे तो, मैं जहाँ रहूँ जहाँ में याद रहे तो, वतन मेरे वतन, मेरे वतन।
এবার তোর মরা গাঙে বান এসেছে, জয় মা বলে ভাষা তোরি। এবার তোর মরা গাঙে বান এসেছে, জয় মা বলে ভাষা তোরি। ওরে রে ওরে মাঝি, কোথায় মাঝি প্রাণপণে ভাই ডাক দে আজি। ওরে রে ওরে মাঝি, কোথায় মাঝি প্রাণপণে ভাই ডাক দে আজি। তোরা সবাই মিলে বৈঠানে রে, সবাই মিলে বৈঠানে রে, খুলে ফেল সব দরাদরি। এবার তোর মরা গাঙে বান এসেছে, জয় মা বলে ভাষা তোরি।
Good morning everyone. A very happy Independence Day to all of you. As we know that women have been a crucial part of our independence, so I would like to speak a few lines giving a tribute to them. Women in Indian freedom struggle have significantly contributed almost at par with the male counterparts in fighting the British yoke. The initiative, bravery, guts and headship that the women have showed in the freedom movement for the country's independence from colonial rule have given them widespread name, fame and significance in the Indian society. During the uprising of 1857, women of the ruling class came together along with the men to fulfill their ambition for an independent India. Maharani Ahilya Bai Holkar and the famous Lakshmi Bai of Jhansi, Sarojini Naidu, had become iconic figures in the Indian political arena. Indian women actively participated in the revolutionary movements for social changes during the national struggle for independence. Thus, the participation of women was not restricted to one type of activity such as the non-violent Satyagraha movement. Women's early contribution to the Indian national movement started in the late 19th century with the involvement in the Indian National Congress. In 1890, Swarna Kumari Ghoshal, a woman novelist, and Kadambari Ganguly, the first woman graduate of the British Empire, went to attend the Indian National Congress meeting as a delegate. Even Sarojini Naidu requires to be mentioned with equal importance, better known as the Nightingale of India. Women of educated and liberal families as well as those from the rural areas actively joined Mahatma Gandhi in his non-cooperation movement. Rajkumari Amrit Kaur, Sucheta Kripalini, Sushila Nair and Aruna Asaf Ali are some of the women freedom fighters who participated in the non-violent movement. Kasturba Gandhi and Kamala Nehru also participated in the national movement. The women in Indian freedom struggle have excelled as speakers, marchers, campaigners and tireless volunteers. They actively participated in the processions and rallies conducted by the Indian national political parties. They always fought for Hindu-Muslim unity. The contribution of women in Indian freedom struggle is truly remarkable. Thank you.
रांझना वे तेरी सांसों पे थोड़ा सा वतन का भी हक था ना देख मुझे यूं मुड़ मुड़ के तेरा मेरा साथ यही तक था ये तेरी ज़मीं तेरे खून से ही तो सजती संवरती है रांझे तेरे इश्क की मैं हकदार नहीं तेरी हीर तो धरती है रांझे तेरी मिट्टी में मिल जावा गुल बन के मैं खिल जावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू तेरी नदियों में बह जावा तेरे खेतों में लहरावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू
বাসা বেঁধেছে জাহান ভাই আর বিশ্বদা প্রতিদিন সকালে বিরিয়ানির আতরের সাথে পোলাওয়ের মিষ্টি গন্ধ যেন মিলেমিশে এক হয়ে যায় প্রতিদিন সন্ধ্যেতে টিভির আসরে আম্মা আর মায়ের কথায় ভেসে ওঠে না সন্ত্রাস প্রতিদিন সকালে আব্বু আর বাবাও তো একসাথে খবরের কাগজ পড়েন কই তাদের তর্কেও তো ভেসে ওঠে না ভেদাভেদ কিরম অদ্ভুত না হ্যাঁ হতে পারে আসসালামু আলাইকুম আর নমস্কারের ভাষাটা আলাদা মানেটা তো এক ঈদের চাঁদ আর কারবা চৌথের চাঁদ দুটোই তো এক আল্লাহর দরবারে প্রতিদিন জাহানে একটি দোয়া করে যেন সবাই সুস্থ সবাই ভালো থাকে সেই একই প্রার্থনা বিশ্ব নিজের ঈশ্বরের কাছে করে তবে দিনের শেষে জানো তারা সবাই ভারতীয় শুধু একজন বলে আল্লাহু আকবার আর আরেকজন বলে ঈশ্বর তাই তো বলি একে বৃন্দে দুটি কুসুম হিন্দু মুসলমান নমস্কার
Today, women from all across the globe are making everyone proud as they are reaching new heights every day. But back then, before we, the people of India, got our independence, women still continued to set examples. Aruna Asif Ali, one such woman who continues to inspire each one of us even today. She was one of the leading female figures of India's freedom movement, was a revolutionary leftist who picked up the mantle of leadership during the Quit India movement in 1942. She worked unabashedly, a person of great valor. When she was arrested in 1931, her charisma was such that the other people who were present refused to leave the premises until she was also released. When in 1942 her property was seized and sold, she went underground and edited the Congress's monthly magazine Inqilab with Ram Manohar Lohia. Aruna Asif Ali, a recipient of the Bharat Ratna, was once quoted saying, "I hated every minute of training, but I said, don't quit. Suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion." Her words continue to inspire millions of youth even today. Through her work and her immense contribution to the freedom struggle of India, she will remain immortal in our hearts.
Eyes are wide open, but we do not see, all because we allow hate and fear to consume our hearts and humanity. Let us not be blinded by hatred, and together, let's heal the world. There's a place in your heart, and I know that it is love, and this place could be brighter than tomorrow. And if you really try, you'll find there's no need to cry. In this place, there is no hurt or no sorrow. There are ways to get there if you care enough for the living. Make a little space, make a better place. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me, for you and for me, for you and for me.
Rajkumar Shukla was a representative of farmers from Champaran. He had met Gandhiji during the 31st session of Congress in Lucknow in 1916. He followed Gandhiji to Kanpur, Ahmedabad and Calcutta, requesting him to come to Champaran and see the miseries of indigo sharecroppers so that he could help them. It was a sheer determination that convinced Gandhiji to go with him. This led to a series of riots which eventually turned into the famous Champaran Satyagraha in the year 1917. This movement was of historic importance as, for the first time in history, British fell powerless in the hands of civil disobedience. He is recognized as one of the first pioneers helping in India's independence.
Born on October 24, 1914, Captain Lakshmi had the quality of awakening a sense of joy and possibility in all who met her. Her life was a part of the 20th and early 21st century India, of the struggle against colonial rule, the attainment of freedom and nation building over 65 years. During the Bangladesh crisis, she organized relief camps and medical aid in Calcutta for refugees. She was also a part of the Jhansi Ki Rani regiment and an outstanding leader of the women's movement in India. Captain Lakshmi always positioned herself firmly on the side of the poor and unempowered. She leaves the country and its people a fine and enduring legacy.
वीर चले हैं देखो लड़ने, कदम लगे हैं आगे बढ़ने, जोश सीने लगे हैं फूलने, दुश्मन के छाती पर भिड़ने, अपनों से ले रहे विदाई, माँ की आंखें भर आई, कुर्बानी की हुक्म देती यहाँ की माता, शुभ आशीष देती भारत माता। उठाकर तलवार जब घोड़े पर सवार होके, बांध कर साफा जब तैयार होते, देखती है सारी दुनिया उन भारतीयों को और कहते काश हम भी ऐसे होशियार होते। विश्व शांति की चली हवाएं अपने हिंदुस्तान से, हमें मिली आजादी वीर शहीदों के बलिदान से। इसलिए कहते मेरा भारत महान, सबका प्यारा हिंदुस्तान। जय हिंद।
वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम। यहाँ वहाँ सारा जहाँ देख लिया है, तक भी तेरे जैसा कोई नहीं है। 80 नहीं 100 दिन दुनिया घुमा है, नहीं कहे तेरे जैसा कोई नहीं। मैं गया जहाँ भी बस तेरी याद थी, जो मेरे साथ थी मुझको तड़पाती रुलाती। सबसे प्यारी तेरी सूरत, प्यार है बस तेरा प्यार ही। माँ तुझे सलाम, माँ तुझे सलाम, अम्मा तुझे सलाम। वंदे मातरम, 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 वंदे मातरम। जन्म जन्म से तेरा हूँ दीवाना मैं, चूना चुगाऊँ तेरे प्यार का तराना मैं। जीना नहीं सोच नहीं दुनिया की दौलत नहीं, बस लूटूंगा तेरे प्यार का खजाना। एक नजर जब तेरी होती है प्यार की, दुनिया तब तो मेरी चमके दमके बहके रे। तेरा चेहरा सूरज जैसा, चाँद सी ठंड है प्यार में। वंदे मातरम, वंदे 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 मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम।
Bhagat Singh. Bhagat Singh left home for Kanpur when his parents tried to get him married, saying that if he married enslaved India, my bride shall only be my death, and joined Hindustan Socialist Republican Association. He, along with Sukhdev, planned to avenge the death of Lala Lajpat Rai and plotted to kill the Superintendent of Police, James Scott, in Lahore. However, in a case of mistaken identity, Sean Saunders, the Assistant Superintendent of Police, was shot. Although a Sikh by birth, he shaved his beard and cut his hair to avoid being recognized and arrested for the killing. He managed to escape from Lahore to Calcutta. At the time of his trial, he didn't offer any defense, rather used the occasion to propagate the idea of India's freedom. During his stay in jail, he went on a hunger strike against the policy of better treatment for prisoners of foreign origin. It is said that no magistrate was willing to supervise the hanging. After the original death warrants were expired, it was an honorary judge who signed and oversaw the hanging. Legend says Bhagat Singh marched to the gallows with a smile on his face, and his one last act of defiance was shouting, "Down with British imperialism." India's most famous freedom fighter was only 23 years old when he was hanged. His death inspired hundreds to take up the cause of the freedom movement.
Lakshmi Bai, the Rani of Jhansi, was an Indian queen of the Maratha princely state of Jhansi in North India. She was one of the leading figures of the Indian rebellion of 1857, the Sepoy Mutiny, and became a symbol of resistance to the British Raj for Indian nationalists. She became the ruler of Jhansi when she was only 18 years old. Her achievements were incredible and important. In a British report of this battle, Hugh Rose, a senior British Army officer, described her as personable, clever and beautiful. He also wrote that she was a man among mutineers. उखाड़ फेंका हर दुश्मन को जिसने झांसी का अपमान किया, उखाड़ फेंका हर दुश्मन को जिसने झांसी का अपमान किया, मर्दानी की परिभाषा लेकर आजादी का पैगाम दिया. This was Lakshmi Bai, an incredible freedom fighter.
Subhash Chandra Bose was born on 23rd January 1897. India celebrated his 123rd birth anniversary this year. He was a brilliant student and secured top ranks throughout his study in school and university. He did his graduation with philosophy with first class in 1918. He was ranked 4th in the prestigious Indian Civil Service exams in 1919. He was married to an Austrian origin woman named Emily Schenkel. They have a daughter, Anita Bose, who was a renowned German economist. From 1921 to 1941, Subhash Chandra Bose was imprisoned 11 times in different jails due to his stand for complete independence. Although Subhash Chandra was opposed to Gandhi's philosophies, he still used to call him Patriot of Patriots. This honor was commendable, as Bose was fully devoted to India's independence. He established the Azad Hind radio station in Germany and led the Indian nationalist movement in East Asia. Subhash Chandra's death has been one of the biggest mysteries. He is said to have died from a third-degree burn after his overloaded Japanese plane crashed in Formosa. It is said he was taken to Taihoku Military Hospital after the crash. At around 7 o'clock in the evening, he suffered a relapse, sank into a coma and died shortly afterwards between 1900 hours and 2000 hours on 18th August 1945. Forget that the grossest crime is to compromise with injustice and wrong. Remember, the eternal law you must give if you want to get is among the many powerful quotes by Netaji.
ऐ वतन मेरे वतन, ऐ वतन आबाद रहे तू, वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू। ऐ वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू, ऐ वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू। मैं जहाँ रहूँ जहाँ मैं याद रहे तू, मैं जहाँ रहूँ जहाँ मैं याद रहे तू। ऐ वतन मेरे वतन, ऐ वतन मेरे वतन।
तू ही मेरी मंजिल है पहचान तुझी से, तू ही मेरी मंजिल है पहचान तुझी से। पहुँचूं मैं जहाँ भी मेरी बुनियाद रहे तू, पहुँचूं मैं जहाँ भी मेरी बुनियाद रहे तू। ऐ वतन वतन मेरी आबाद रहे तू, मैं जहाँ रहूँ जहाँ मैं याद रहे तू। ऐ वतन मेरे वतन, ऐ वतन मेरे वतन।
We would like to tell you something about our country, India.
In our country, sports is not just sports, but it is a religion, madness, and passion.
Snooker, kabaddi, ludo, chess, and many other games were first played in India.
I don't think any other country has as many festivals as our precious India. They symbolize the phrase unity in diversity.
We have 22 official languages along with more than 1600 other local dialects. Some are sweet and some are sour.
We Indians were the one to provide the meaning of Chatpatapan to the world. Here, burger is a dish, but vada pav is an emotion.
We were the ones to define the value of pi and discover the number 0.
We were the richest country in the 17th century.
Here cinema is not just entertainment but lifestyle, as we produce the most number of films.
The world's second richest actor is an Indian. नाम तो सुना ही होगा.
We may suffer from lack of food, water and resources, but our country has a treasure of cultures, morals and values.
India is not a country, she is our mother, and we are proud to be Indians. Jai Hind.
Born on April 3rd, 1903, Kamaladevi Chattopadhyay was a social reformer and freedom fighter. She was best known for being the driving force behind the renaissance of Indian handicraft, handloom, and theatre. She also fought for the upliftment of the socio-economic standard of Indian women by pioneering the cooperative movement. However, her contribution during the freedom struggle is not to be missed. Married at 20, she was in London when she heard of Mahatma Gandhi's non-cooperation movement in 1923. She promptly returned to India to join the Seva Dal, a Gandhian organization set up to promote social uplifting. In 1926, she met Margaret E. Cousins, the founder of All India Women's Conference, and was inspired to run for the Madras Provincial Legislative Assembly. She was also the first Indian woman to be arrested when she entered the Bombay Stock Exchange to sell packets of salt. She spent almost a year in prison.
मेरा कर्मा तू, मेरा धर्मा तू, तेरा सब कुछ मैं, मेरा सब कुछ तू। हर करम अब
price of liberty is eternal vigilance. Ever since independence, vigilant young boys and men stood guarding its boundaries to protect its sovereignty. They fought, they died, came home in wooden boxes, unnumbered, unsung, and preferred to be cremated while still in the box, lest their mortal remains terrify their beloved. Sepoy Govind Singh was one such boy. His unit was in Batalik, Kargil sector. His unit was under severe shelling. The enemy was using signal bunkers antenna to fix the target. Radio contact with headquarters was essential. Govind volunteered to be the radio operator and got working on the signal bunker. The enemy shelling intensified. The company understood the enemy assault was imminent. Encouraged by Govind's example, every man stood his ground. The company commander urged Govind to vacate the signal bunker, which he refused. Hardly had he said that an enemy mortar landed on the signal bunker and exploded with a chilling muted thum, which sound the soldiers as a total obliteration of everything in the bunker. The company froze for a moment. But then the enemy was met by the band of most fierce Garhwalis the company commander had ever seen. Govind's remains were scrounged from the bunker walls. Bits of flesh, shards of bone, and some innards, sent down in a small bag, probably the same size in which you buy dressed chicken from the butcher. Home they brought the warrior dead, the coffin draped in tricolor. If you inquire, you will know that high up in the mountains in Batalik is a post called Govind Post, where this brave heart was martyred. He died an unsung, unknown hero, so that we may live in peace. There are so many unsung, unheard heroes upholding the nation's sovereignty. Let us pay homage to them this Independence Day. Let us promise them that India will never forget their sacrifice. Jai Hind.
Good morning, this is Devarpita Day of 12th P. Today, I'm going to share with you the life story of a woman who played a very important role during the revolutionary upsurge. Her name is Kalpana Datta. Kalpana Datta was born in a famous family of Chittagong in 1913. When she was a student of Bethune College, Kalpana Datta made relation with the revolutionaries Purnendu Dastidar and Nirmal Sen. From her very youth, Kalpana became associated with Chhatri Sangha, which was a female students' organization of Calcutta founded in 1928. Rabindranath Tagore called her by the name Agni Kanya. Prithlata Wadidar, Kalpana Datta, Indumati Singha and others had participated with Surya Sen in the Chittagong Armory raid of 1930. After the raid of the European Club, Prithlata chose to commit suicide, but Kalpana Datta was on the run, eluding the police. Later on, they captured her and she was sentenced for life imprisonment. History still remembers Kalpana Datta with great respect for her anti-British revolutionary activities during Gandhiji's civil disobedience movement. It can be mentioned that she was staying in Gahira village when she was in hiding after Chittagong Armory raid. She planned to destroy the jail with the dynamite for releasing the revolutionaries from prison. For this reason, dynamite conspiracy case was started. The police got the information and surrounded the village. All the revolutionaries managed to escape except Kalpana Datta, wife of P.C. Joshi and Tarakeshwar Dastidar. On 18th May 1933, they surrendered to the police after the Battle of Gahira. Kalpana was sentenced to lifelong imprisonment and Tarakeshwar was hanged. After release, she joined the Communist Party of India. Thank you.
मातरम वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम सुजला सफरा मलयज शीतला श्यामला मातरम वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम रे म प नि प म प म रे म प स नि सा तुक दोनों मा रे स नि सा नि द प म प म रे स नि सा रे प तुक दोनों शुभ ज्योत्स्ना पुलकित यामिनी फूल कुसुमित द्रुमदल शोभिनी सुहासिनी सुमधुर भाषिणी सुखदा मरदा मातरम वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम
won't give up. We will survive, we are warriors. We are stronger, that's why we're alive, and we will conquer. Time after time, we'll never falter. We will survive, we are warriors. When it's hard like the armor, you'll see us shine. No, we won't stop, we won't drop until the victory's ours.
Freedom has a high cost. The lives given, the ultimate loss. That cost they willingly give, so freedom can continue to live. Thou art the ruler of the minds of the people, dispenser of India's destiny. The name rouses the hearts of Punjab, Sindh, Gujarat, Maratha, of the Dravid, Odisha, Bengal. It echoes in the hills of Vindhyas and Himalayas, mingles in the music of Yamuna, Ganga, and is chanted by the waves of Indian Sea. They pray for thy blessings and sing, Happy Independence Day. Thank you.
আমি দিশা মল্লিক ক্লাস 12 টির সবাইকে নমস্কার জানিয়ে একটা দেশভক্তির গান গাইছি। একবার বিদায় দে মা ঘুরে আসি, একবার বিদায় দে মা ঘুরে আসি, হাসি হাসি পড়ব ফাঁসি দেখবে ভারতবাসী, একবার বিদায় দে মা ঘুরে আসি। কলের বোমা তৈরি করে দাঁড়িয়েছিলেম রাস্তার ধারে মা গো, বড় লাটকে মারতে গিয়ে মারলাম আরেক ইংল্যান্ড বাসী, একবার বিদায় দে মা ঘুরে আসি। 12,33 কোটি রইল মা তোর বেটা বেটি মা গো, তাদের নিয়ে ঘর করিস মা বউদের করিস দাসী, একবার বিদায় দে মা ঘুরে আসি। 10 মাস 10 দিন পরে জন্ম নেব মাসির ঘরে মা গো, তখন যদি না চিনতে পারিস দেখবি গলায় ফাঁসি, একবার বিদায় দে মা ঘুরে আসি, একবার বিদায় দে মা ঘুরে আসি। ধন্যবাদ।
चांद सितारों से हम इसकी मांग सजाएंगे, दुल्हन सा प्यारा देश बनाएंगे। चांद सितारों से हम इसकी मांग सजाएंगे, दुल्हन सा प्यारा देश बनाएंगे। दूर उड़ा कर ले जाएंगे हम पंछी पिंजरा अपना, पिंजरा अपना, पिंजरा अपना। आ, आ, जब तक है पर साथ हमारे आजादी, फिर क्या सपना, फिर क्या सपना, फिर क्या सपना। आ सौगंध ये ले आ सौगंध ये ले आ सौगंध ये ले। मांगी हुई रिहाई से तो प्राण गवाएंगे, दुल्हन सा प्यारा देश बनाएंगे। चांद सितारों से हम इसकी मांग सजाएंगे, दुल्हन सा प्यारा देश बनाएंगे, दुल्हन सा प्यारा देश बनाएंगे, दुल्हन सा प्यारा देश बनाएंगे।
class 12B, I'm going to present a patriotic song.
everyone. I'm Soumya Moore, and on this auspicious occasion, I wish you all a very happy Independence Day. 15th August is the most historic day in every Indian's life. On this very day, in 1947, the Indian flag was unfurled proudly by Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India. Many sacrificed themselves for the nation's freedom, but among those, there were some who unfortunately got lost in the Indian history. So today, I'm here to talk about some of those unsung heroes who sacrificed themselves for the freedom of the nation. Among them was Velu Nachiyar. She was that freedom fighter who created the first human bomb. When she found the place where the British were storing their arms and ammunition, she walked into the ammunition store after dousing herself in oil and lighting herself to destroy all the arms. There was another freedom fighter in the Indian history about whom we barely know anything, Matangini Hazra. She was a part of the Quit India movement and the non-cooperation movement. She was shot thrice in one of the possessions, but she kept moving ahead with the Indian flag in her hand and was shouting just one slogan, Vande Mataram. Another freedom fighter who contributed in India's freedom was Tirupal Kumaran. He was the founder of the Desabandhu Youth Association. When the flag of the Indian nationalists was banned by the British, he led a protest march against the colonial government on 11 January 1932. In spite of injuries, he did not step back. He also died holding the Indian flag. In the list of daring freedom fighters was Aruna Asaf Ali. Not many have heard about her, but she was the one who hosted the Indian National Congress flag during the Quit India movement in 1942 at Gowalia Tank Maidan in Bombay. Like them, there are more freedom fighters, more unsung heroes who have been lost in the Indian history. But let's still honor them and be grateful and not let their sacrifice go in vain. Jai Hind!
For here we are now, at a comfort zone, uncomplainingly busy with our personal goals and aspirations. The everyday troubles that we face, we call them miseries. But there are some souls who have endured worse. They selflessly laid their lives so that we can lead a fearless life, a carefree life, where we don't have to suffer at merciless hands of alien enemies. Those freedom fighters who fought with just one focus, to see a free India. While we ask you to name them, we would end up pretty much on our fingertips. But that's not it. Our struggle for independence was a long and a crushing battle that had started way back in 1757 with the patriotic goal of Purna Swaraj. And to accomplish the same, there weren't only the freedom fighters of India whom we knew, but also the heroes who fought as much but didn't fall in the limelight. Master Da Shurja Sen, his revolution gave rise to several freedom fighters in Bengal. He was the man behind Chittagong Armory raid and had 64 revolutionaries along with him. During the raid, they captured the city and hoisted the Indian national flag. It's time we know them, the unsung heroes who have given us the greatest gift of all times, our freedom. Velu Nachiyar, Matangini Hazra, Tripura Kumaran, Begum Hazrat Mahal, the trio of Binoy, Badul and Dinesh, Peer Ali Khan, Bhikaji Kama, Aruna Asaf Ali, and many more such unsung heroes.
Hello everybody, I'm Aditya Khanna and it is the month of August, meaning we had completed our 73 years of independence. So now let us look back at the history and find out what incident along with some other incident had made this possible. In 1929, Bhagat Singh, along with Bhutakeshwar Dutt, bombed the assembly premises where the ordnance was in motion. The blast was not meant to harm or injure anyone, but it just sparked the light for the further revolution. Unfortunately, both Bhagat Singh and Bhutakeshwar Dutt were arrested by the police as they had surrendered themselves to the British. A trial was started against Bhagat Singh and others accused on July 1929. He had defended himself in the British court. After that his failure, he had led himself to the hunger strike with his associated because he had faced a discrimination against the whites, the Britishers and the native Indian prisoners. He was not treated as a political prisoner there. And along this revolt, the Britishers got scared. And finally, on 7th October 1930, Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev and Rajguru were found guilty because they were proved guilty by the 300-page long tribunal submitted in the court, proving them guilty in the murder of the Assistant Superintendent of Police. It was decided that Bhagat Singh would be hanged on 23rd March 1931. Early in the morning, 7:30, his last words were Inqilab Zindabad, meaning down the British imperialism. This had made Britishers very much feared of the Indians.
World's most famous actor and India's pride, Shah Rukh Khan, once said, "Na Hindu, na Muslim, na Ardas, na Dua bano. Jo tiranga ko lehra sake, wo hawa bano." On the auspicious day of 15th August 2020, as we all would be celebrating the grand completion of 73 years of our freedom, we must not forget about the struggle that happened back in the early 20th century that has given us the fresh air, the free air we breathe today.
The very sense of enslavement is highly depressing and stressful. It breaks a person from within. Yet our freedom fighters, facing all such atrocities then, had given in their heart and soul to give us the nation where we fearlessly reside in today.
Coming to the independence struggle, it is perceived that every Indian has a varying viewpoint. For some, it's a reminder of the long struggle, while for youngsters, it stands for the glory and honor of the country. Above all, we can see the feeling of patriotism across the country.
Someone has rightly said that the future hinges on to the younger generation. Hence, it becomes our duty to serve the nation and make every possible effort towards its prosperity. It is equally important for us to recognize the efforts of all who got martyred in this battle against independence.
India, also known as Bharat Mata, reflects the extreme importance of women in our country. Be it 2020 or 1920, women have never hesitated to sacrifice for their family or for their country.
So today, on the occasion of the Independence Day, we feel extremely obliged to be born in the country where the women treated as goddess do step on the battlefield whenever the situation demands. Undoubtedly, their inexplicable roles leave us all wonderstruck. And one such a woman, rather a very, very brave freedom fighter, was Srimati Rani Gaidanlu.
The fearless lady never made it into the hyped mainstream media coverages about freedom fighters, and thus many of us don't even know about her existence. Yet, her sacrifices are worth mentioning, and without them, the freedom struggle could never be called complete.
Rani Gaidanlu was a Naga spiritual and political leader who led a revolt against the British rule in India and was also staunchly against the conversion of Naga religious practitioners to Christianity. At the age of 13, she joined the Heraka religious movement to drive the British away from Manipur and nearby Naga regions.
She was 16 at the time of her arrest and was put into life imprisonment by the British. 5 years later, in 1937, Nehru visited and promised to get her out and gave her a title, Rani. She was released in 1947, after which she continued to work for the community. She was also awarded a Padma Bhushan.
Though her name has got subaltern and marginalized, the very sense of remembering her and her contributions is nostalgic. She proved that when most of the men were in prison, women did step in to take the charge of the freedom struggle and fought with the utmost bravery and courage, bore the hardships and earnestly struggled for independence. Today, when we remember the old martyrs and their sacrifices, let's take an oath to not let their contributions go in vain. Let us recognize freedom in every form of caste, religion, gender, and keep our flag.
For a long time, we have believed that women have not had such an important role in the freedom struggle. Over the course of the many decades that have passed since the attainment of our nation's independence, the name of some women have been pushed to the background. Yet, these women, who dedicated their entire lives for hope of a better and an independent future and went against all social conventions, deserve a mention on this day that marks our nation's independence. Matangi Hazra, who at 71 years of age and in spite of being shot 3 times, led a group of 6,000 people bearing the national flag. Begum Hazrat Mahal, who fought for Lucknow in 1857 during the Sepoy Mutiny. Velu Nachiyar, who recaptured her kingdom from the British and formed an all-women army of her own and is also known for making and using the first human bomb. Kamala Devi Chattopadhyay, who spent nearly a year of her life in prison for selling salt and without who Indian handicraft, handloom and theatre would not be what it is today. Tara Rani Srivastava, who hoisted the national flag during a disobedience movement, bandaged her husband when he was shot, and marched on even after seeing his dead body in the procession. Lakshmi Saghal, an INA officer and a lawyer by profession, established a clinic for migrant labourers from India who couldn't afford health care. Rani Gaidinlu, who spent 14 years in prison and was a strong opposer of the partition, fought even after her release for the Naga customs and traditions. Aruna Asaf Ali protested the British authorities' inhuman treatment of political prisoners and underwent a hunger strike that resulted in the significant improvement of prison conditions. She was awarded the Lenin Peace Prize in 1965. These are just a few names of women who have contributed their blood and their lives for a better India. Yet, we do not know most of their names. So, let us take this day and be grateful for all these women that have impacted our past and our today.
Vande
वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् सुजलां सुफलां मलयज शीतलां शस्यश्यामलां मातरं वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी फुल्लकुसुमिता मृमलशोभिनी सुभाषिणी सुमधुरभाषिणी सुखदां वरदां मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् सुजलां सुफलां मलयज शीतलां शस्यश्यामलां मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम्
When women whom we call Abala become Savala, all those who are helpless will become powerful. Mahatma Gandhi said this while addressing the All India Women's Conference in December 1936. Good day everyone, this is Anusha Mohan of class 12N and today I'm going to discuss about those few unsung heroes, in essence women, without whom we wouldn't have achieved what we have achieved today. Mahatma Gandhi believed that India's salvation depends on the sacrifice and enlightenment of our women. The history of Indian freedom struggle would be incomplete without mentioning the contributions of women. When most of men freedom fighters were in prison, the women came forward and took charge of the struggle. While we often remember Rani Lakshmibai as the one to raise the flag against British rule, sacrifices of many women freedom fighters are still lesser known in the country. Tara Rani Srivastava, who was born into a very poor family and got married at a very young age to Phulendu Babu, actively participated in the Quit India movement. A young Tara and her husband was very passionate about the independence struggle. Once, Mahatma Gandhi called the people for hoisting the flag in front of Siwan police station, and on Gandhiji's call, Phulendu assembled a massive crowd of men and women in front of the police station to hoist the national flag on its roof. Both Tara and Phulendu stood in front of the crowd and raised slogans. Soon police started firing and Phulendu fell to police bullets, but Tara Rani was not discouraged. In fact, demonstrated exemplary courage, she bandaged her husband's wounds and marched with the national flag straight towards the police station. By the time she returned, her husband had died. Tara, in spite of seeing her husband dead, remained placid. Without losing her courage, continued her struggle despite of facing all hurdles on her way. Bhikaji Rusto Kama. She was a very prominent lady in the Indian independence movement. She was born as Bhikai Shaurab Patel in Mumbai in a very well-to-do Parsi family. At the age of 23, she was married to Rustam Kama, who was the son of K.R. Kama. She had set up Free India Society in London in order to rally Indian youths. As an Indian representative to the International Socialist Congress held at Stuttgart in Germany, 1907, she waved the flag before the crowd and appealed to the delegates to cooperate with the Indians so that they all can free themselves from the British rule. She also went to Paris and founded a Centre Theatre. She was the one who planned the Indian national flag. As an Indian representative to the International Socialist Congress held at Stuttgart in Germany, 1907, she waved the flag before the crowd and appealed to the delegates to cooperate with the Indians so that they all can free themselves from the British rule. On India's 11th Republic Day, 26 January 1962, the Indian Posts and Telegraphs Department issued a commemorative stamp in her honor. Bhikaji was not just a part of the Indian independence movement, she was also a strong ally for the gender equality. She donated most of her personal possession to an orphanage for girls. Begum Hazrat Mahal. Begum Hazrat Mahal, also known as Begum of Awadh, was one of those most pivotal rebellion during the 1857 Indian Rebellion against the rule of the British East India Company. She was the first wife of the Lucknow ruler Nawab Wajid Ali Shah, one of the strongest women who rebelled against the British East India Company during the Indian Rebellion of 1857. She even took the charge of the affairs in the state of Awadh and seized control of Lucknow after Nawab Wajid Ali had been ousted to Calcutta. She is famously known as Lakshmi Bai of Awadh. She was also a big supporter of fellow mutineers like Nana Sahib. She greatly motivated the masses to rebel against the British Raj. Such was her devotion and pledge to her people that the Begum even went on to brace the city of Lucknow against the advancing British troops. After a long siege, Lucknow was again recaptured by the British force in Hazrat Mahal to retreat in 1858. She spent the remaining years of her life in Nepal, passing away in 1879 in Kathmandu. Thank you and a very happy Independence Day to all of you.
This is a tribute to the forefront warriors of mankind's war against COVID-19.
A man who was completely innocent offered himself as a sacrifice for the good of others, including his enemies, and became the ransom of the world. It was a perfect act.
At the age of 23, if anyone was smiling just before he was being hanged, it was Bhagat Singh. He grew up in a family of freedom fighters, which included his father and uncle. At an early age, he started dreaming of growing guns in the field, so as to oppose the oppressive colonial rule. One of the most significant incidents in his life was the Lahore conspiracy case or the Saunders murder. On December 17, 1927, Bhagat Singh and Shivram Rajguru shot and killed Assistant Superintendent of Police John Saunders. They were supported in this act by their compatriots Sukhdev Thapar and Chandrasekhar Azad. However, their original target was not Saunders but James Scott, who had ordered his men to lathi charge protesters, leading to the death of the nationalist leader Lala Lajpat Rai. Owing to the slow pace of the legal proceedings, a special tribunal was set up on the directives of the Viceroy Lord Irwin. The tribunal was empowered to proceed without the presence of the accused, and was a one-sided trial that hardly adhered to the legal rights guidelines. The tribunal delivered its judgment declaring that irrefutable proof had been presented, confirming the involvement of Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev and Rajguru in the Saunders murder. Bhagat Singh admitted to the murder and made statements against the British rule during the trial. They were sentenced to be hanged till death. Their execution spurred many youth to take up the revolutionary path, playing a vital role in energizing the fight against the British Empire.
याद उन्हें भी कर लो, कुछ याद उन्हें भी कर लो, जो लौट के घर ना आए, जो लौट के घर ना आए। ऐ मेरे वतन के लोगों, जरा आँख में भर लो पानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। तुम भूल न जाओ उनको, इसलिए सुनो ये कहानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। जब घायल हुआ हिमालय, खतरे में पड़ी आजादी, जब तक थे सांस लड़े वो, जब तक धी सांस लड़े वो, फिर अपनी लाश बिछा दे, संगीन पे धर कर माथा, सो गए अमर बलिदानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनके जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। ओ रांझना वे तेरी सांसों पे थोड़ा सा वतन का भी हक था, ना देख मुझे यूं मुड़ मुड़ के, तेरा मेरा साथ यही तक था। ये तेरी ज़मीं तेरे खून से ही तो सजती संवरती है रांझे, तेरे इश्क की मैं हकदार नहीं, तेरी हीर तो धरती है रांझे। तेरी मिट्टी में मिल जावा गुल बन के, मैं खिल जावा, इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। तेरी नदियों में बह जा।
Hello and good morning to everyone who is watching this video. Freedom fighters, who are they? Well, according to me, freedom fighters are not only those people who helped us get freedom from the British. In fact, they exist today even. Every person who protects someone from any wrongdoing is a freedom fighter. Kailash Satyarthi is a freedom fighter. Every army general, army man, Havildar, every one of them is a freedom fighter because they help us protect from the wrong things that are happening in our country. Back before 1947, those were the freedom fighters who protected us and got us freedom from the British. Now these are the freedom fighters who help us get freedom from all the wrongdoings that we are subjected. My speech is going to be rather short, so what I've chosen to tell you today is about a man. I'll reveal his name at the end of the video, and I guess that by the time I reach the end of the video, you all will understand that who I'm talking about. In the year 1940, about 7 years before the independence, India got independence, there was a man who was subjected to house arrest by the British government. Why? Because the British government thought that that man was seriously a threat to them, because that man could have been the man who could have single-handedly got India freedom from the British. So what did the British do? They got scared of him and they kept him under house arrest. A month later, that man disappeared from the house. Under such tremendous security, under such tremendous checking, that man escaped. And this caused national news. This was national news. It made tremors all around the country. People were inspired. I'll tell you the incident what happened on the year 1941. In the year 1941, one night, the man who was subjected to house arrest found out that he had escaped. At a night, a car came, an Audi car, and a man was seen wearing a kurta, a long black trench coat, and he was seen to sit in the car and escape from there. Nobody knew he had escaped. Nobody knew until the next day when the generals came and they checked and found out that that man was not there. Of course, his family had also helped him. But how did they know that that man really escaped and was alive? Well, almost 5 months later, a heading, or rather an announcement was made from the Germany radio that that man has landed in Berlin and has asked Hitler for help to free India from the British. And of course, Hitler did help him. Japan did help him. All these countries helped him. And maybe he was one of the strongest forces who stood up against the British. Sure, he didn't get justice. Because as much as justice and importance we give to Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, maybe that man didn't get that much of justice from the country. But what he earned was respect from millions and millions of Indians. And even today, when we walk in front of Sham Bazaar, we see that man's statue. And we look at it with pride. We look at it with pride because he's still alive in the hearts of a million Indians. This is just one part of his magnificent, magnanimous life. That man was no other than Subhash Chandra Bose. And he might be one of the biggest reasons why we are witnessing a free India now. Friends, my message on this Independence Day is just one. But try to believe in communal harmony. Don't accept any wrongdoings. If there's one thing that Subhash taught us, it was that we should always stand up against anything is wrong. Non-violence or just accepting the wrongdoing will just delay the issue. But if you want to finish the issue, stand up against it. Very happy Independence Day. Jai Hind to all my friends who's watching this. And may our country prosper. Jai Hind.
A poem written by me, Advita Chakraborty of Class 12F, dedicated to the nation. Happy Independence Day. 73 years ago, on this marvelous day, the soil glowed with pleasure in its own supreme way. The trees rustled and the leaves cried with happiness as the tears of sorrow fled forever. All the countrymen rode with pride. None were melancholy in the crowd. People were blessing each other as the 200 years of struggle was finally over. Everyone greeted each other in an endearing way and wished Happy Independence Day. The immortal freedom fighters fought till their last breaths, not caring about themselves but the country's fate. Giving up, they were ready to give their blood for our freedom. So their pain, struggle and sacrifice didn't go in vain. It's because of them we are living the life we live today. So let's salute them and proudly say, Happy Independence Day. Jai Hind! Vande Mataram!
মুক্তির মন্দির সোপানো তলে যত প্রাণ হলো বলিদান, লেখা আছে অশ্রু জলে। কত বিপ্লবী বন্ধুর রক্তে রাঙা, বন্দিশালার ওই শিকল ভাঙা। কত বিপ্লবী বন্ধুর রক্তে রাঙা, বন্দিশালার ওই শিকল ভাঙা। তারা কি ফিরিবে আজ, তারা কি ফিরিবে আজ এই সুপ্রভাতে? যত তরুণ অরুণ গেছে অবস্থা চলে, মুক্তির মন্দির সোপানো তলে যত প্রাণ হলো বলিদান, লেখা আছে অশ্রু জলে। যারা স্বর্গগত তারা এখনো জানেন, স্বর্গের চেয়ে প্রিয় জন্মভূমি। সুস্বদেশ প্রতির মহাদীক্ষালোভী সেই মৃত্যুঞ্জয়ীদের চরণ চুমি। যারা জীর্ণ জাতির বুকে জাগালো আশা, মৌন মলিন মুখে ফোটালো ভাষা। যারা জীর্ণ জাতির বুকে জাগালো আশা, মৌন মলিন মুখে ফোটালো ভাষা। আজি রক্ত কমলে গাথা, আজি রক্ত কমলে গাথা মাল্লুখানি, বিজয় লক্ষ্যে দেবে তাদেরই গলে। মুক্তির মন্দির সোপানো তলে যত প্রাণ হলো বলিদান, লেখা আছে অশ্রু জলে।
Shahid Bhagat Singh once said, "May the sun in his course visit no land more free, more happy, more lovely than this our country." The world today faces a global health crisis, and everyone is confined to the four walls of their houses. But our students have participated enthusiastically, and the school has organized everything to give them an opportunity to showcase their talents, and for that we are grateful. As the famous song goes, "Dil diya hai, jaan bhi denge ae watan tere liye." We at DPS Subipa Kolkata salute the protectors of our country and the freedom fighters who saw a dream of a free India and made it a reality. Thank you.